Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Quick Scrap Craft, and today I have a process video for you that is the second to last layout that I needed to complete to finish up my June 2022 vacation photos. So as I've been doing all month long, I've been using sketches and layouts from my Scrapbook and Cards Pinterest board to give me some inspiration and just make it a little bit easier to get these layouts completed. So for this one, I took a layout, I think it was a sketch actually, and I should have written down who it was by, Scrappy something, but I'll try to have it linked down below. And it basically had a bunch of circles. So I used my Creative Memories circle cutting system to take my 4x6 photos, of which I had 3, and cut them down into circles. And then I also will cut a piece of patterned paper into a circle because the original sketch had 4 circles. So I'm gonna use the 4th circle as like a place to do my titling and add a few embellishments. So I just needed to figure out what size circles to use. With the Creative Memories circle cutting system, you have this clear overlay that you can put on top of the photo, so it makes it easy to see what size is gonna look the best. And as I did here, you can even go back and recut one of the circles if you've made it too big. With 4x6 photos, you can't really get too large of circles. You can get basically like a 4-inch circle, and then you have to go smaller than that. So I had my circles progressively get smaller as I cut my circles. So one of them is going to be bigger, then I have a smaller one, then a smaller one than that, and then the pattern paper is going to be even smaller. And I'm going to layer them up almost to the point where it probably looks a little like well, it kind of curves, so they're not going to be in a straight line, but they definitely curve. You can see right there, I'm figuring out placement for the photos. I don't have the pattern paper circle cut yet, but the background of this is going to be kind of a neon green cardstock, and then I've got a piece of pattern paper that's left over from my June haul, and that's got some green in it as well as some other bright colors. I will cut that piece down because I think right now it's a little too big, so I'm gonna make that a little bit smaller before I adhere all of my my photos down onto it. But then I'm going to add a couple other pattern papers to create what is essentially like a border or a banner that goes on the bottom all the way across. So this is going to end up having about 4 different patterns on it, I believe. Well, I guess 5 if you count the circle. So these are the pieces that I'm cutting for the banner strips. I think I cut them about 1 inch, and then I'm gonna cut some out of this pattern paper, which is from that same collection as the splatter, which is from, oh, I wish I could remember the name of the company. It's a company that was new to me, and I purchased it at my local scrapbook store, which is unfortunately all the way out of business now. So I can't go back and get anything for super discounts, but definitely look up Paper Anthology on Etsy if you're interested in purchasing kits. They are still going to be in business, but just through Etsy. So there I've got 2 different kinds of pattern paper, and you can see I need some more to go all the way across. And before I continue, my daughter is in here with me and she wants to say something. All right, so she said hi. All right, so now I'm placing those paper strips kind of in an order that I want them to go, and then I need to cut them into banners. And this is a trick that another scrapbooker, I think Heather's Crafty Life, taught me from her process videos. And basically you fold the bottom of the piece of paper kind of like in half so those bottom corners touch, and then you just cut along the diagonal and it makes it into a little banner. Be careful, especially with the smaller pieces, because you don't want to cut your finger. And it gets really close when the pieces are small, but I think I'm like a pro at it now. So I haven't cut myself. I have never cut myself doing it, but just, you know, especially if your scissors are a little bit sharper than mine, just be careful. It is possible to get injured while you're scrapbooking. I remember somebody told me a story once about how she was scrapbooking on her couch, and she had her scissors in her lap, and the scissors, she moved or something, and the scissors ended up stabbing her in the thigh. So we want to be a little careful when we're scrapbooking is all I'm saying. I'm going to take the 2 pattern paper pieces here and ink them with the Hampton Art black ink. I added an extra pattern underneath the splatters just because I felt like it needed something. It was a little bit too, I don't know, it needed something to separate it from the green background. And I really liked having those stars in that pattern paper that's all the way in the back, because these are photos taken in Las Vegas at night. We went to the Bellagio to see the water fountains, and I guess I thought that the top picture was also part of the Bellagio water fountain picture scene, so I had included it here, but it's actually of my daughter in front of I don't even know the name of the casino, but I guess it's the one that has the Eiffel Tower out in front. I don't know what that's called. If you know what it's called, leave me a comment down in the comments. Let me know. And if you've ever been to Vegas and had a good time and stayed in a really cool place, let me hear about it in the comments. This is probably my third or fourth time in Vegas, and pretty much every time has been a good time, although it was excruciatingly hot during this vacation. Unfortunately, everywhere we went was like 100 degrees or more, and when you're outside in Vegas and it's evening time and you think, oh, it's going to be a good time to walk around because it's the evening. No, it was still like in the 90s and it was thick with heat. It was just uncomfortable, super uncomfortable to be walking around. And if you've been to Vegas, you know it's always really crowded on the sidewalks. So just too many people, too much heat. It felt really nice to get back into our hotel and in the air conditioning. So I've got my pieces, my little banner pieces. I am just adhering them. I think I kind of moved the order of things around a little bit. I did the edges first because I wanted to make sure that I had the proper spacing going all the way across. I didn't want to start on one side and then get to the other side and either not have enough room for a full banner or have too much space and then have to, pick everything else up. So that's just a little tip if you're doing something similar. Once I get these all stuck down, then I will be able to stick down my photos and start adding some embellishments. And obviously with the embellishments, I'm using items that were from my June haul as well as items from my stash. I don't have anything that's Las Vegas specific. I guess I could have gone out and purchased more, but I'm really trying not to since I had already made my June haul purchase. I don't want to go and have to buy anything extra. So a lot of what I have, I'm in the bathroom while my daughter's taking a bath. If you hear water in the background. Basically, I have a lot of things that have words on them. So I'm trying to find stuff that isn't wordy, because I honestly don't like using a lot of word phrases on my scrapbook layouts, especially if I've got something that has a title on it. I feel like it takes away from the title, especially if the words are the same size as the title. But because I just told you I don't have that many embellishments to be using, especially themed embellishments, I kind of have to make do with what I have and get out of my comfort zone and do something a little different. So I'm using a bunch of different stickers from a photo play vacation sticker sheet. There's going to be some simple stories on here. I think some Doodlebug alphas are going to be making an appearance for the title, as well as some of those smaller alphas that are on that other sticker sheet you saw. I can't think of who that is from actually right now, but I'm just going to kind of make do with what I have. Oh, that Hey Girl is going to go up there as well. That's American Crafts. And I really wish that Hey Girl was like a one long phrase sticker. It's actually individual letters, and peeling them off of the backing is such a pain. So I'm glad I finally used them and got rid of it, and I don't have to do that anymore. But I really wish American Crafts would fix its foam sticker issue because it's really annoying. So the titling for this is going to be Vegas Night, because we were outside in Vegas at night. And I do have other Vegas photos that are of us, kind of exploring both inside and outside. So that's the last layout that I have to do. I need to do a 2-page spread for that one. And then these June 2022 vacation photos are going to be finished. Actually, I guess June and July 2022. It kind of was end of June, beginning of July that year. But then I'll be done with these finally. I have an album. Some of the layouts are already in the album. I've just been kind of like waiting, and again, I said something about overthinking and underthinking in another video that I posted. So I think for this vacation, I was really overthinking it and trying to be very specific and trying to be very strategic, and it just kind of backfired, and I ended up not completing as much as I had hoped that I would in a decent time frame. So that is why it's 2024 and I am still here trying to finish up all of these layouts. I'm really excited that I'm almost done though, because these layouts can go into the album and then I can put the album in order with all my other albums, and I will rest easy knowing that this vacation is done and now I have to move on to the rest of 2023 photos, as well as vacation. This year's vacation is going to be happening soon, so then I have to figure out how to get those photos scrapbooked. If you like to scrapbook in chronological order, let me know down below. I know some people do. I definitely prefer it because I think it's just a little bit easier to keep my layouts in order that way and remember what was what, especially if I forget to put the date down or something. But I know a lot of people who don't scrapbook in chronological order. They just kind of scrapbook. They just kind of print pictures whenever they want, whatever pictures they want, and then they just scrapbook them, and maybe they don't even put their layouts in chronological order inside an album. I don't know about that. I think that's a little crazy for me. I will do sometimes out of order, but I always like to have my layouts in order inside an album. Let me know what you think down below. I'm just finishing off some of the little embellishment clusters here. I've got some sunglasses and another like word phrase, and then I'm adding some enamel dots and some shiny little gem stickers because of course it's Vegas. You need to have a little bit of shine on the layout for Vegas. And then I'm gonna do the journaling. Of course, I do need to go back and remember the name of the casino because at the time I was gonna write Bellagio and then I'm like, I don't think that's right, I don't know. So I stop my journaling and then I will add it in after I take my phone off the camera stand and do a quick Google search. So here are the close-ups of this layout. I hope that it was helpful for you in case you are behind on your vacation photos as well. I thought this was pretty easy to put together. The banners did take a little bit of time, but if you're willing to put forth the effort, I think it looks really cool. Thanks for watching this video and I'll see you next time. Bye.